went from looking like this to this. I finally have a masculine body that makes me feel euphoric every time I look in the mirror. So after 3 years of mistakes and lots of learnings, I thought it was finally time to share it all with my trans brothers. I'll give you everything you need to look more masculine, and this without stepping a foot in the gym. So what muscle do you need to target if you want to get a more masculine body? Usually to get a more masculine body, what you're trying to have is a upside down triangle shape. I advise you to do 4 things. The first one is work on your upper body. That means shoulder and back to get a broader upper body and make it, the triangle shape. The second one is do a bit more cardio to get a lower percentage of body fat. That will help you lose a bit on the hips, and that I know a lot of Transmasc people can have a hips dysphoria. The third thing is work your chest, even if you're pre-top surgery. That's something that a lot of Transmasc often don't know if they should do it or not, if it looks worse or better, including me. I didn't know. Honestly, I think I could see a bit, even before top surgery, I have like kind of a line in between which would make me euphoric, but the biggest change I saw after top surgery, I was so glad that I trained chest before top surgery, because otherwise it's really flat, and having a bit of dimension, or like 3D if you want, having this muscle here was really euphoric for me, I have to say. So I think for bigger breasts, honestly, you will see the difference less. That was my case. But I think for smaller chests, you can see quite quick this line in between, and that can really make you euphoric, especially if you use trans tape. And my 4th tip for having a masculine body is don't skip leg day. I have done it. I have been one of those people. It used to make me so fucking dysphoric because, leg day is often linked with women or like having a bigger butt or like bigger thighs, which I understand, but I think there's a big misconception because so many muscular guys, like bodybuilders, have like the thickest leg ever, and it still looks very masculine, So I think you shouldn't skip leg day, but just target different muscles. For example, when I go work out with my girlfriend, usually I do more of calves and quads, and she focuses more on glutes and like the butt, and so I would really advise not to skip leg day, because otherwise you just look super weird, honestly. And I think muscular legs can look very masculine too. Hi guys, it's Elia from editing. I just noticed that I forgot to tell you that I have a workout program actually for Transmasc who want to look more masculine, where I put lots of recipes like high protein and low calories, lots of workouts, and also just tips for beginners. So if you're interested, feel free to check the link in the bio. When you start working out, it can get so easily overwhelming, especially being on social media. There's so much information and most of them contradict each other. So for me, I was always trying to get everything perfect, which would really easily overwhelm me, and then I would just quit the gym because I would feel like I would do everything wrong. Really try to keep it simple and just go to the gym, do your workouts. It's okay if you don't do everything perfectly. It's okay if you don't have the most efficient exercise. It's okay if your form is not perfect. Like, just do them and you're gonna learn while you do it. Now I want to talk about what you need to eat. I don't know if you heard about macronutrients before, but there's like 3 main nutrients family, or I don't know how to explain it, that you need to focus on. Proteins, carbs, and fats. Protein is important for building and repairing your muscle tissues, so that's why you hear it so much at the gym. Usually it's between like 100 and 120. I take between 1.5 grams, 1.5 and 2, usually closer to 2 grams of protein per kilogram. That means I'm 64 kilograms, so I do it then times 2, so that would be 128 grams of protein per day. I focus mainly on calories and proteins. Fat and carbs is a bonus if I can get them right. It's the calories. You can do it 3 different ways. You can either eat less than you burn, eat more than you burn, or eat just as much. I used a website, I'll put it in the description. I used a website that's calorie calculator that helps you to just put your age and how much you work out every day, and then it tells you how much you need to like maintain your weight, to gain weight, or to lose weight. So if you want to bulk, if you want to gain more muscles, you should usually eat a bit more. And if you want to shred, so if you want to lose body fat, you have to eat a bit less than how much you spend every day. Something I learned recently is that athletes usually struggle to gain muscle when they're in a calorie deficit, but it's actually really possible if you're a beginner. Of course, if you want to eat more, you do what you want. you know what's best for you. But personally, I really like being in a small calorie deficit because it allows me to shred, so look more muscular or have a lower body fat percentage while still building more muscles. And last but not least, you need to stay hydrated. I'm sure you already heard that everywhere, but it's even more important if you start working out or if you start doing more cardio, you will need more water. So I would really advise that you also track how much you drink. So everything I just told you can seem a bit overwhelming. So what I personally use, I use the app Lifesum. This is not a sponsorship, I just really like this app. So basically this app will tell you how much calories you've eaten, how much you've burned, and then it tells you exactly how much carbs, proteins, and fat you've eaten every day. It usually automatically has already a calorie amount, but I would really advise to look up on internet on calorie calculator how much you need, because this one tends to be very low. At least for me, it's never enough, so I just use it to track how much I've eaten, but I don't, if it's written like, oh, I have only 100 left, I don't follow that. So for working out, I started using Lyfta, and I swear to God, again, not a sponsorship, but I swear to God, it was a life changer. Like, before, I would never write the days I would go work out, so I always thought I worked out less than I actually did, which was pretty demotivating. So I really like using Lyfta because it makes it satisfying and rewarding, which is really important for to keep a habit. So I created a workout for you guys. I'll put the link in the description. You can just download the app. There is a paying version, but I use the free one. I'm not sure what the paying adds to it. So you can just use my workout. So this would be a 3 days per week workout, but if you want to do more, you can always do like one more chest and arms or one more shoulders and back, and you can do like 4 or 5 times per week. Of course, you can also create your own workout on Lyfta if you want to do something else, but I just made one for you so it would be easier. So that's already it. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope I was able to help you, and if you have any question, feel free to just write them down in the comments. I'll try to answer them. And remember, the only right way to be trans is to be yourself.